Children in Crisis is a group of people who have come together in an attempt to help displaced children. Those who are taken from homes during the night perhaps need a place to go, need a place to be sheltered and nurtured through the night and through the oncoming days. And we intend to satisfy that with an emergency shelter in conjunction with the United Methodist Churches.
I feel that there's a great need for a village for children, foster children in this community. And it became very apparent to me when I was the fundraising chairperson for the Children's Advocacy Center 6 or 7 years ago when we were raising the money. And at that time, many of us who were involved realized the next thing this community needed to do was to take care of children better, to find a place for them to sleep, to live, and to have security and stability.
Well, I've worked with children, with young people, all of my career, and nearly 20 years now in the Okaloosa and Walton County area, and have become aware of the need for adequate, safe placement of foster children. We have a wonderful network of parents who try to care for foster children. Unfortunately, there aren't enough of them. And we end up splitting up sibling groups when children are taken out of their homes. We end up placing children in situations that might not be the very best for them. And so we've become aware over these years that we need to have a safe, protective place for our young children.
The need for such a neighborhood has been highlighted very vividly when you look at the number of children that are being moved continuously within our system. This occurs, the children are moved on an average of 3 to 4 times each, some as many as 10 times they're moved. Siblings, up to 50% of all siblings are separated.
What's so sad, you find siblings being placed in one home for just a few days, and then the brothers or sisters will be moved to another home. And it's just not the kind of continuity of care that we can offer through the village that we're going to build.
In my years in education, I've had an opportunity to get to know lots of kids, and I was astounded, and I am still astounded, that here in Okaloosa County there are so many children that literally don't have an idea where they might spend the night tonight or who they might spend the night with. I've had occasion to know teenage children who are literally raising themselves and their younger siblings because of the neglect of parents. And of course this affects their school, it affects their future, and I just think it's time that our whole community learn to hear these children knocking at our doors.
So we decided to create a neighborhood that would house children in individual homes just as you would in your neighborhood. So each house would have about 6 kids in it, and a foster family would take place. The house parents would be there, the kids would be there. We would have hopefully people that would volunteer their times to help with that. And as we went out into the community and started talking about it, more and more people stepped forward.
We are building a shelter. The shelter will house 12 children. No child will stay in a shelter more than 30 to 40 days. And in the shelter, it'll be a place where they'll be evaluated physically and emotionally to see what they need and where the best placement is. And an interesting thing is that now when a child comes into court-ordered care, they either go directly to a foster home for a night, and most of the time those homes are over capacity and they have to be moved constantly. So the shelter will be a place where a child will stay until a relative is found, if that's the best placement, or if the best placement is in a foster home. We're not taking over foster homes in this community. We're just supplementing. We're increasing the continuum of care and providing a larger opportunity for care of foster children.
The children that would be coming into these residential homes would be children from the age of infancy up to about 11 years old. And these are children that have been removed by the courts from their home because of it being abusive or neglected children. Currently, we have group homes within our counties now, but these group homes are for teenage boys and girls. There are no group homes or residential homes for the age group of infancy up to 11. This is where we would like to plug in and provide that component or that service to the system.
The college got involved in this because the children in crisis needed a location to build the village. And the people came to us and they talked with the college and they went to the Board of Trustees and made a very, very professional presentation. And our board ended up granting a long-term lease so that the campus could be built at the campus of the Fort Walton Beach, University of West Florida, and OWC facilities.
I'm very proud to be a part of Children in Crisis and our mission to provide a foster home for children in our community, children that may not have a place to go. I'll ask you to be our partner, our team member, to provide a home, to find a solution to the problem. The Department of Children and Families and the Family First Network are working really hard. They have great people, but there's a gap. We need to help them fill that gap. With your help, we can do that. So I would ask you to open your hearts. Find a support for us.
We either take care of these children and establish homes and provide hope at this end when we have an opportunity to educate and create stability, or we'll pay for them in the court systems, in the jails. We'll take care of these children in other places if we don't take care of them now.
I think I would ask somebody that was considering making a donation to count their blessings and to see what so many of us have that others don't. And this is a time and an opportunity to go in to do something for some children that really need help. And I'd say, if you ever get involved and then come and see this when it's done, you'll be repaid 1,000 times.